Hi, this is Deb Brown with Building Possibility and Savior.town. Today I've got my friend Billy Winebrenner here, and Billy's a Reiki master. So we're just going to have a conversation, Billy, on what that is and how it works. And friends of mine have said it's kind of woo-woo, but I explain to them it's woo-woo that works, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So tell me just a little bit on what Reiki is, and then we'll delve in a little bit deeper.
Sure. Reiki is basically a way to relax and de-stress. It's a Japanese technique and it works really good. It can be done with the hands or it can be done with just basically meditation, similar to a prayer.
Nice, nice. So you have a studio, right?
Yes, I have a studio in Lakeview.
Okay, and your business is called what?
My business is called Lakeview Healing Oasis.
And Lakeview's in Chicago, the north side of Chicago, right?
Yeah, Lakeview is important to me. I grew up in Lakeview and I live in Lakeview, so I named the business after Lakeview. And then I also named it because I like water. And so it's a really great way to name it Lakeview Healing Oasis.
Sure, that makes perfect sense. I like that. I've been there and it's very beautiful. So you have a table that people lay on, right?
Mm-hmm.
They don't take their clothes off. They keep their clothes on, right?
No, Reiki is always done fully clothed. And if you get cold or something, we always have a sheet or a blanket there for you as well.
Excellent. So how long does the session last?
A session lasts anywhere from 30 minutes to 2 hours, depending upon what you're getting. It can be done with one person at a time, or it can be done with a small group.
Excellent. So how does Reiki help me? What does it do for me or for anybody generically?
Sure. What Reiki basically does is it promotes the flow of vital life force energy in one's body so you look and feel your best. So if you have any type of stuck energy or energy that's not moving in your body, Reiki will either break up the stuck energy or move it up in small pieces to keep it moving. When your energy is not moving, it's when you may feel sluggish or tired or maybe foggy in the head.
So that's kind of cool. So that moving that energy through your body does clear stuff up, right?
Yes.
I know that only because I know you, that you always advise to have at least 3 sessions, to schedule 3 sessions, because you don't just heal on one session, right?
Well, for some people, you could heal with one session if it's not really that serious or if the energy is not that stuck. But for most people, you're going to need a series of sessions. You could put this similar to maybe somebody who's going to physical therapy or maybe somebody who's getting a massage, for example. If you're not that sore with the massage, you may be able to get it in one session, maybe even a short session. But if you have something really wrong with you, especially if you're talking about physical therapy, it may take 3 sessions or maybe even a couple months or more of this type of thing.
But you work with your clients to figure that out, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so I come to see you. I make an appointment online at, what's your website again?
My website is lakeviewhealingoasis.com.
Okay, and I can book appointments right online there, correct?
Yes, you can book them online at our main website, or you can visit us on Facebook or Instagram as well.
Awesome. And so when I come in, you have a lovely studio. And what is the first thing you do with a new client?
Well, first thing I do is I have them fill out a client intake form, which basically gives a brief information about Reiki. You may feel buzzing or tingling, things like that. And it also gives you a chance to enter in anything that you think I may need to know, such as if you have an asthma medication, or if there's somebody we need to call, if there's an emergency or something.
Okay, that's good to know. How did you get into Reiki?
Well, I've been hearing about Reiki for many, many years, and I kind of always dismissed it. And one day, many years later, I decided to try it. I really wanted to know if it was real. And so I went online and I looked for a Reiki teacher. And the way I look for a Reiki teacher is I looked to see whose picture I liked. How did I feel based upon looking at the picture? And energetically, when you are in the presence of different people, you absorb their energy and you can get a feel for them. Anybody who's ever walked into a place and they had a bad feeling, or met somebody who had a bad feeling, or a queasy feeling, this is something very, very real. And when you have somebody's picture on the internet, or the picture of a location like a mountain, you can connect with that energy. So I was looking online, I found somebody whose picture that I liked, who I felt good about when I looked at it, and I read the bio, and I liked the bio, and I just basically decided to sign up for a class.
Excellent. So you have several certificates and you've got quite a bit of training in this. Can you
Yes.
talk about the different types of Reiki that you've been working with? Because there's more than one type, right?
Oh, yes. There's probably, I'd say officially, over about 100 different types of Reiki currently in use right now. I have two of the main kinds, which is the Yusui Reiki and the Holy Fire Reiki. So for my first Reiki, I've had two teachers total. And for each teacher, I went from basically the beginning level to the master level. So my first teacher was a Yusui Tibetan Reiki teacher. And I worked basically from level one, which some people call first degree, second degree, a master, and then master teacher. And then I had a different teacher, which was Terry, and this was the whole Yusui Holy Fire Reiki. At this time, it was Yusui Holy Fire 2. So I did first degree, second degree, advance, and master training.
Wow. So can you teach people how to do Reiki?
Yes, I can teach. I can teach people to do Reiki. Yes.
I think I asked because I think you have a class in that, don't you?
Yeah, I have a level 1 and 2, which is my most popular. Then I can also teach a master class. Master class is basically 3 days for Yusui Holy Fire 3. And basically, it starts out with advanced, master, and then the teacher training is on the third day. Some Reiki masters call themselves Reiki master teachers. Some people just call themselves master teachers. In the original method, the master teacher was when you had the ability to give attunements or placements to other people. But
Wow.
usually they say don't call yourself a master teacher unless you're actually teaching. So that's
Wow.
the main difference with the word master teacher.
Gotcha. So I know that you do something else really cool that I haven't ever been able to find in your neighborhood, let alone where I am with gym lights. Talk to people what gym lights are.
Well, gem lights are very cool. It's a patented system of color light therapy and crystals. And if you've ever been on the internet or seen any pictures on the internet, you may have seen pictures of people placing crystals on people. Sometimes they'll place them on the body, or sometimes they'll place them around the body. And different crystals have different properties in them. But an interesting thing about working with crystals is you have to clean your crystals. If you don't clean your crystals, then you can transfer negative energy that's been absorbed from one client and give it to another client. In addition, working with crystals, crystals fall. Crystals can fall off people. You could actually hurt them depending upon the type of crystal you had. And sometimes working with, let's say, women, for example, some of these elaborate designs that you see people doing aren't really possible for a male practitioner to be placing crystals on the chest area and so forth.
Well,
So what the lights are is it's 7 colors of light for each of these 7 colors of your chakra. So at the first chakra, you have red, second is orange, third is yellow. The fourth is actually green. Some people think it's pink, but 4 is green. The fifth is blue, and then 6 is indigo, and 7 is violet. And these colors of light are very beneficial for your chakras. And inside the colored light, we have crystals. So I'd say total in the lamp total, it's about a little bit over 100 different types of crystals within the lamp.
Wow.
So
So
you have,
instead of putting them on the body, then they go through with the light and they're even more effective, correct?
yes, the crystal information travels on the light wave. So whenever a light flashes, it's over your body, over the chakras. The light flashes, and the energy of the crystals goes through your energy field and into that specific area of the body.
Fascinating. We could talk all day for sure, um, but we're not going to, because I want people to come check you out. I want them to go to your website and if they're in the area, to definitely make an appointment. But I want them to see what it is that you're doing. It's fascinating to me because you're a relatively young man and have extensive work background. And for you to pick up doing Reiki and crystal and color light therapy, yeah, it's kind of woo-woo. But I like how you did your research, and having been a client of yours and still a client of yours, it works. I get that it works. It even works long distance. You want to talk about that a little bit, about distance Reiki?
Yes, distance Reiki is very, very cool. And there's been people doing different types of healing for many, many years. One of the most basic types of healing that we're probably familiar with is prayer. That's when somebody says a prayer on your behalf for healing or something else in life. You can also send energy to people by thinking positively about them. Sometimes this happens with parents, particularly mothers, where something will be going on with their child and the mother will know and she'll actually call the child up. But with Reiki, Reiki's can be sent distantly. There's no distance separation when you're working with Reiki. So I can send distant Reiki to someone just through my intention. I can send them through a teddy bear or a doll in real time. Or I can do something like we're doing right now, and I can send Reiki to them um, through the Skype or through the internet.
Through Zoom. Yeah,
Through
definitely.
Zoom too as well.
Yep. That's really cool. And I know your website has lots of information on it that people can read about. So tell us again what that website is.
Our website is lakeviewhealingoasis.com.
Lakeview, exactly like it sounds, Healing
Mm-hmm.
Oasis, because it really is an oasis to go to. Billy,
Yes.
I want to thank you for your time today, and I'm sure we'll talk again. I'll be in town in a couple of weeks to see you guys. So
Okay, thanks,
thank
Seb. Really
you.
appreciate it.
All righty, bye, dear.